What if you can retire without any stress of running out of money, or worrying about a stock market crash keeping you up at night, or worrying about if your money will last because you are getting a steady paycheck for life? Well, if that sounds like where you want to be or where you currently are, we're going to be talking about how to fully maximize all of your guaranteed retirement resources so you never do have to worry about running out of money in our financial freedom video today. So definitely stay locked in. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, certified financial planner and president and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea Graves, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. For additional concepts on how to maximize your retirement, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. We want to welcome you back to our channel. Well, Carson, today your focus is helping people to understand how to retire comfortably with a peace of mind without worrying about their finances.
That is absolutely correct, Andrew, because we all want to enjoy our golden years without worrying about running out of money. And today we are going to be diving into some important decisions that you can make to help maximize all of your guaranteed income sources. But before we get into that, there are always two rules to retirement income that we like to give you. And Andrew, what are those two rules?
Well, rule number one is to never run out of money. And rule number two is to never forget rule number one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today to talk about how to maximize all of your guaranteed retirement resources so you never have to worry about running out of money.
So, Carson, what exactly do you mean by guaranteed income in retirement?
Well, it's pretty simple, Andrew. Guaranteed income in retirement, from my definition, is that it's just money that people can depend on every single month. It's like mailbox money. And this can be money coming from Social Security. It could be money coming from a pension if you're lucky enough to still have one. And it can also be money coming from a private annuity if you've actually established one outside of your other guaranteed income sources. But the main premise of this video is to let people know that you probably would want to have a diversity of all of these things in order to make sure that you have a secure safety net when it comes to income during your retirement years. And what we're going to be talking about today are strategies that can help you maximize all of these retirement income sources if you happen to have them. And I want to make sure that I encourage you, as always, to stick around to the very end of this video because I'm going to reveal to you a little known strategy that can actually add thousands of dollars to your retirement paycheck. So you definitely don't want to miss it. So now let's go ahead and transition over to our teaching slides and talk about how you can use certain strategies to maximize all of your guaranteed income in retirement. So, when we're talking about why guaranteed income matters in retirement, the first reason why is that the markets can be extremely volatile. Stocks, of course, go up and they go down, but your bills don't. They're going to stay consistent. So, you're going to need some type of guaranteed income that can withstand the volatility of the market. The next reason why it's so important that you understand how to maximize your guaranteed income is longevity risk. You might be in your retirement anywhere between 20 and 30 plus years, and you need to know if your money's going to last or not. Well, if you have guaranteed income, you know that you can live for another 40 or 50 years and not worry if that money is going to run out on you. The next reason why guaranteed income matters is that it just gives you a peace of mind. There have been many studies that have shown that retirees who have more guaranteed income tend to outlive those who don't. So just knowing that you have a steady income is going to let you enjoy your retirement stress free. So that brings me to my next point that I want to make. What are the best ways to lock in guaranteed income? Well, one of the best ways is to maximize your Social Security benefits. Although there's been a lot of noise about the demise of Social Security, and I know that many people are fearful of that, rightfully so, Social Security is going to be your first and most reliable source of guaranteed income. If you are able to delay those benefits until age 70, every year you wait past your full retirement age, your benefit will grow by 8% per year up until that point. Another thing you want to make sure that you do when it comes to maximizing these benefits is to check your earnings record. Now, I can attest for being in the financial industry for over 25 years, mistakes do happen. And so you want to make sure your work history is accurate on socialsecurity.gov. You can check that earnings history to make sure they're not missing any years that you are actually working. Another important aspect of maximizing this benefit is that if you are a married couple, you need to really understand your spousal and your survivor benefits. One of the most primary ways to maximize your Social Security benefits is understanding how to coordinate your benefits with your spouse's benefits to get the most combined income. Another important aspect of Social Security is that it is inflation protected, meaning that your payments will increase over time. Another great way for you to lock in guaranteed income is for you to consider owning an annuity. Now, another thing that I know for being in this business for so many years is that annuities do get a bad rap, but you have to hear us out here. Some annuities are great for guaranteed income. For example, if you decided to look into an immediate annuity, which is probably going to pay you the highest guaranteed income of all annuities, you would simply put in a lump sum of dollars from your retirement savings, and that annuity will start paying you right away. You can also look into deferred annuities. Deferred annuities will allow you to invest that money now, but you can start those payments at a later date, often allowing that money to grow. And another type of annuity that you might want to consider is a fixed index annuity. These types of annuities will provide you a steady income stream without any stock market risk whatsoever. So you can put money in, allow that money to defer for a future date, and have an income benefit rider attached to it. And that rider will pay you for the remaining of your life, even if that account value goes to zero, without you having to experience any market volatility. In that regard, annuities can act like a personal pension, giving you a paycheck for life, no matter what the market does. Now, another thing you could consider are things called bond ladders. This can provide some safety and steady income as well. As I make note, this is not to give financial advice here. We're to giving you ideas on this channel. So you want to speak to your financial advisor about if any of these strategies are good for you. But here's how a bond ladder can work. You can buy bonds or CDs that are maturing at different times. And each year, what you're going to do is get a steady stream of interest payments, and you'll get your principal back at maturity. The good part here is that you are not relying on the stock market again, just safe, predictable income with this strategy. This strategy also can work best if you want control over your money while you're still locking in guaranteed returns. But here's a news flash. You can also do this with annuities called MIGAs. These are multi-year guaranteed annuities. You can absolutely do this. MIGAs also have guaranteed interest rates for a specified number of years, typically anywhere from 3 to 10 years, but you can even find some 1 to 3 years. These types of annuities work similar to a CD, but they offer higher rates and tax advantages over CDs. So here's why you would choose a MIGA over a bond or CD ladder. They offer higher fixed interest rates. MIGAs often offer better guarantee rates than CDs and even some bonds. Tax deferral. Unlike CDs and bonds, MIGA's interest grow tax free until you start taking money from it. So this is going to create a more tax efficient retirement planning strategy. Also, there is no market risk with MIGAs. Unlike bonds, which can lose value if they're sold before maturity, MIGAs are stable and their growth is guaranteed. Also, it's simpler to manage these type of accounts because you don't need to reinvest them like CDs or bonds when they mature. MIGAs will often roll into a new phase automatically. Now, let's talk about pensions, which is what I refer to as the original guaranteed income. When you're talking about pensions, if you're lucky enough to have one now, you got to make sure you choose the right payout option. When it comes to a pension, you have a single life option. This payout option is going to give you the higher payments, much like I mentioned about an immediate annuity, but that payment is going to stop when you pass away. You can also choose a joint and survivor option. This will be lower payments, but your spouse will be able to continue those payments even after you have passed away. And you also have to consider a lump sum option versus monthly payments from your pension provider, from your job. A lump sum may sound tempting, but you have to make sure you understand that a pension will guarantee you income for life. But with that being said, a lump sum option would allow you to roll those dollars out of that company's pension, which could also be at risk of default depending on what the company's status is, and put that into your own private plan outside of that company's plan into some type of an annuity guaranteed by an insurance company to give you more security and more control over those dollars. What it comes down to is that you have to make sure that you run the numbers before making any decision with that pension. So you need to sit down with someone like myself to talk about what your options are so we can outline the best plan for you. Another strategy that you might want to think about, if all other ideas that we've shared in this video is not really suitable for you, is to look at the 4% rule as a backup strategy for guaranteed income. Now, if you're not familiar with the 4% rule, it simply means that you're going to be withdrawing 4% of your portfolio per year. Your money is going to stay invested, growing over time. You're going to adjust your withdrawals based on market conditions or inflation. And this strategy has been time tested since 1994 when it was actually introduced by a retirement advisor named William Benjamin. And this strategy has shown to be able to allow your money to last 30 years without running out. Now, unlike the other strategies that we've mentioned here, it is not guaranteed, but it can help you stretch out your savings while covering the gaps in your guaranteed income sources. And as I mentioned, for sticking around to the end, I wanted to give you a little known strategy that's going to help you maximize your guaranteed income in retirement. And that is called the Social Security Bridge Strategy. What is this? Instead of claiming Social Security early and locking in those lower benefits, you can use your own savings, such as withdrawals from cash, CDs, bonds, or annuities, in order to make up the gap until you reach the age of 70, which will fully maximize your Social Security benefits. So, why is this such a powerful strategy? Well, one, it's going to boost your Social Security by 8% per year. Waiting until 70 locks in the highest possible benefit. And I don't know many other investments that can guarantee that it's going to earn you 8% per year. Another thing is that it's going to reduce your longevity risk. Social Security is, as I mentioned, inflation protected and it's going to pay you for life. And last but not least, it can help you lower your taxes later, because delaying your Social Security benefits, which is income that you're not using right now, could allow you to reduce your taxable income early in retirement. And it can also allow you to use your other retirement savings so that it's going to be lower later on. And when you start your Social Security benefits, it's going to be a more tax advantage strategy for you for income purposes, because only 50% of your Social Security income is included in your overall taxable income. By using this bridge, you can maximize your biggest guaranteed income source without taking on market risk.
All right, Carson. So, what's the moral of this video?
Yeah, the moral of this video is that when it comes to retirement, you should never be worrying about if your money will last or not. But your retirement should be about enjoying life and financial security. And by using these smart strategies that we've talked about in this video, like maximizing your Social Security benefits, or perhaps leveraging annuities, and of course, building other reliable retirement income sources, you can create a retirement paycheck that never runs out. And as always, make sure that you reach out to a certified financial planner in your area who can help you with these types of decisions.
After this video, please check out our other videos that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers. Please note that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor your own tax advisor, and your own attorney regarding your personal situation. Also, if you are looking for an independent fiduciary advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, we highly recommend that you utilize the links in our description below and go ahead and schedule a 1-hour free consultation with us today.